We'll start out with today's agenda. We got our club announcements, our BAB submissions. We're going to speak on our fish walk, which will be next month. And then for our guest speaker today, we was going to have Tia Davis for starting out saltwater for beginners, but she wasn't able to make it. So we're going to have JT as our backup, and he's pretty knowledgeable too, so you're not going to be missing out on anything there. For our species profile, we're going over Shelley's, and then of course we'll have our attendance raffle drawing at the end. So some of our announcements, for our banner contest this month, we got Dave Broussard for the winning picture, and I think everybody agreed it was a pretty awesome picture. I think he submitted it right off the rip, and we was all just like, yeah, we're just gonna let that one win. And everybody else is just kind of like, yeah.
You wonder why I stare at that fish for like 3 hours a night.
No one submitted anything because we were afraid.
Yeah, they're all like,
Yeah, I had a great picture of it.
I can't win again this year.
So our next meeting, of course, it won't be here, so don't come here. You'll be here by yourself. We're going to be at the Fountain City Lions Club building. It's the same as last time. If you hadn't been there before, I'm sure we'll post up an address on the group and everything so everybody can know where to go. October the 8th, what's the time?
9 to 2.
9 to 2.
9 to 2.
If you've got a table though, there's an hour to set up and an hour to
Right, if you're
Come in at 8 if
vending,
you have a table.
it'll be 8 to 3, but if you're just attending, it'll be 9 to 2. All right, Martin,
But
we
if
got,
people wanted to come and help set up, as many tables as we got, if somebody wanted to come early and get in to help set up, I think that'd be all right, wouldn't it? Sorry, we didn't discuss this.
Yeah.
We could use it. We could use the help, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so we got, you may have seen on the page, we got some new merch going. I think we mentioned it in the last meeting. So we got 2 different colors and they're size dependent, so you unfortunately can't get both colors, but we want to try to mix up and give a little bit of something for each one. So for 4 and 5X, we've got the dark heather, and then from the 3X down, we've got the indigo. And we definitely like this one. It's our first one with a full logo on the front, and it's got the partial logo on the back. I think
Pirouette.
we got our band model here on the spot. So definitely, this is all of our favorite ones we've agreed so far. We really dig it. And of course, we've got some of them right here, and some of the other versions if you're interested in them. If you didn't know, it's kind of a hit or miss. Some people either love it or some people's like, how do I turn off notifications for this? We've got an open chat in the group. Anybody in the group can get in. It's just a messenger chat, so you can get in there and carry on. And it seems to be doing really good. It's been really active. I don't get on there like I should, but I look every day, and there's always messages on there. So that's been pretty cool just to see what people go back and forth. As always, like we say, it's no sales. We're not looking to facilitate any sales. It's just bull crap and, talk fish with each other. And then we mentioned it last meeting, but we figured we'd cover it one more time. We're definitely excited about our online page has hit 1,000 Facebook members. So that's really doing great. And I'll go ahead and let Curtis cover these BAP committee updates.
While Curtis is coming, the original shirt is now $10. We're trying to get rid of what we have left. So if you'd like one, they are great shirts. I know they're hard to see. It didn't work out quite well, but I wear my shirt all the time around the house and yard work. It's an amazing shirt.
Yeah, I didn't mention
out of the house.
the regular shirts are $20, so yeah, 20 for the new ones and then 10 for the
What's that?
That's because they can't see it from the back.
Yeah, there it is.
It is an awesome shirt.
I wear it all
We could
the
have
time.
just printed on it.
Yeah.
All right, so our BAP update is that we actually have some submissions this time, and we have got the your member form. So if somebody decides they're going to be a BAP member, you have to submit $10 to be a one-time only, and then we're going to fill out a member's award, your form, and we also have a species form as well, so that if you only want to stick with one species, you can. There's 2 different columns that you can receive points. So we've had our first, I think it's technically 3 people have submitted. Mitch has submitted his green Corydoras, and so he gets his 1 point for that. And then, oh, that's on the next thing, isn't it? Did you actually put the, just scroll across on that, the next one? Okay. So the Corys are, you know, Mitch is green, so he's gonna get his point. We appreciate him submitting. And the way that we did it, and this is, everybody can do it differently. We can do what we want when it comes to this. Literally everybody had just been PMing me pictures of their fish and saying, hey, I'm coming in on Saturday with my my form that I filled out. Fantastic, that works. And then what we're doing is we're going to take your submission form, look at the pictures, make sure that you took a picture of a Cory and didn't say it was a guppy, whatever it happens to be, make sure, and then you get your points. So that's what we're doing. So if you want to submit, just PM me some pictures and then say, hey, I'm going to be there next meeting with my form, and oh yeah, you got points. Next, Donna has decided she's going to go the species only route. So these are her Endler guppies, and I will simply point to one and she can tell us what they are.
Well, technically, they're not guppies at all.
I said Endlers.
You said guppy and.
It says
Sorry,
Endler guppy.
Endler guppies, Endlers, N class, whatever. Endlers.
In class.
Like if you want to tell us, these are Endlers, not guppies. All right, so which variety do we have here?
I think that one's either the peacock or the black bar,
Okay.
and that's the, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's Staeck.
Okay.
Stack.
Stack.
We don't.
Then we have
That's Blue Star.
Blue
They're
Stars?
amazing. Those are, oh, that's the Staeck again.
Okay. That's really cool looking. Not the
That's
number.
another Blue Star. That is a red bar, I think.
That's the Compoma one you said.
That's
right?
like, yeah. And then that one might be a red bar
Okay.
or a peacock.
So with all of our BAP submissions, they're beautiful. Thank you so much for doing this. That's fantastic. And with all our submissions, like we've talked about in the past, we were like, hey, let's try to donate, but we're a small club. So she does have a table that she's gotten for the swap in October. So they're going to be, some of these are going to be available at the swap if you want to get some of these. So these are really nice, Donna. I appreciate that. And congratulations on it. I also have submitted a couple. I did the flagfish, and then I did just a regular fancy guppy, and I sent them to JT too late. So as a result, my pictures aren't up here. So, but I did the same thing. I submitted them, and I submitted them to Steve, who's another BAP committee member. And I think that's. Do you want me to go back to your Julie's, or do you want to go to the swap?
No, we're just
Okay. Can I say one thing about our fish sales and stuff like this? So we're not allowing any fish sales on any of the pages, but I mean, if you PM me and say, hey, I'm interested, then that's perfectly legal. PM one another, just keep it on the down low, because we all want, Facebook is cracking down like crazy on it, and that's why we're being so crazy about it, because we want our page to stay up, because we are an information page, group. We're not here to sell fish, but if you see something that you're interested in, I PM people all the time on information and questions and stuff like that. That's perfectly okay in our group. It just keep it on the down low. Don't put it out in public for us. That's about it. So.
Yeah, if you're sharing pictures of your fish, people don't know what you have.
Yeah,
Especially here, we can talk and.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe we just need code words like, I have so many of this fish.
That means you probably have so many of that.
Yeah.
Or at least you make that assumption.
I kind of figure most people that share a picture that they're breeding, when they have
Yeah.
a tank full of something and they're showing a picture of it, that's pretty much an advertisement as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I generally try to say, even if I deny a post, I try to put a comment in and say, sometimes I'll send them to a group where it does allow it, because there's plenty of local groups, and I'll tell them, hey, what you PM each other is your own business. I sell fish. I sell fish to quite a few people, but I don't feel the need to try to put it through the group. At the same time, there's plenty of group people that's reached out to me and bought them. It ain't hard to get out there and sell them if you need to. We're not against that. We're just trying to keep the club clean and also not make all the stores think we're just routing around them. But that's part of the game. So anyway, moving on, we got our fish swap. I broke into that a little bit, but so our last one was quite a success. We really enjoyed it. There was a lot of people that came, and the turnout was really better than we thought it was going to be. And it looks like this month, we're already doing better than we was before. You said 14 full tables and 3 halves so far?
4 halves.
Or 4 halves? So I ain't for sure how many we had last time.
11. Counting the club table, there was 11.
Yeah, this isn't counting club tables or anything. It ranges anything from freshwater. Still don't have any saltwater vendors yet. If anyone's interested in that or has any type of saltwater equipment.
Because we had
supplies.
people asking for saltwater last time.
Yeah. We
I
have
reached
2.
out to the people that I know that used to do coral frags, and they both stopped.
We have 2 potential, one's a local store in Sevierville, and the other one's a, kind of like a breeder of corals and stuff like that are interested. Hopefully we'll get some, basically solidifying them coming to the event, but we only have a couple of tables left, so, and space-wise, we'll probably be bringing extra tables than what the facility actually has, just so we can kind of cover everything. But again, if anyone's interested, please let me know, we'll get you set
Yeah.
up.
So we're, like I said, we're already we're close to full capacity this month, which is great, you know. We're hoping we have to look for somewhere bigger next swap. Just like we were saying about sales, we don't do it in any of the groups, but we do at least have 2 of these a year, so everybody can kind of, get their fill for selling stuff. And if you're breeding fish, I don't know, for me personally, it takes me a few months to get back up ready to where I can sell something anyway, so it kind of works out. But anyway, if you're just attending, it's going to be a $2 entrance fee, and if you're interested in a table, it'll be $20 for a full or $10.50 for a half, and you'll get with JT about that. And as far as selling, anything aquatic related, you can sell fish, you can sell shrimp, plants, equipment, tanks, whatever.
Art.
Art, yeah, I think we got somebody that's gonna be selling fish art. So look forward to seeing them right there, and there's the address, and we'll post it on the group when that day comes. But
And you don't have to have things to sell, just come and buy.
yeah.
There's gonna be plenty of options down there.
We didn't have anybody trading last time, but it is called a swap. You could bring something.
Yeah,
and trade.
I think I was the only one. I swapped with John, and I swapped with JT.
Yeah.
I was like, well, but all right. With that, I'm gonna turn it over to our guest JT, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about saltwater.
All right, I'm no Tia, just to let you guys know, but it was kind of last minute, so we wanted to kind of, I've got some experience in saltwater keeping. I've got currently 4 tanks set up, a 30-gallon overflow cube, this 20-gallon tall, and when I mean tall, 5 feet tall. I've got a regular 20-gallon long, and then I've got a 135-gallon saltwater as well that I recently started. I've been doing saltwater for, I think, around 10 years now. So I've learned a lot through my mistakes, some through others' mistakes, but mostly mine. And I'm gonna kind of break it up. By all means, feel free to jump in there if you guys have any additional information. We really wanted to do something saltwater because we haven't yet so far. So I wanted to get you guys involved, as well as if you guys have any experience and stuff, just kind of throw it out there. I'm gonna kind of cover a broad spectrum of things, of what you could do, and then a very basic setup. And so first start off, who's had saltwater here before? All right, quite a bit, so I appreciate that. If you haven't had saltwater, you're interested and you see something, you want more details, talk to somebody at the end as well as myself, and we can kind of get you, in the right direction on where you need to go or what you're trying to do. So basically, and I kind of broke this down as far as, what we'll be discussing. So tank types, special equipment, water salinity, filtration, and then types of fish for beginners and corals for beginners. So initial thoughts, saltwater can be good for beginners, and then there are several types that you really the person who's doing the saltwater tank really needs to focus on researching. You got to have that desire to research your equipment, your selection of fish, corals, all that kind of stuff before you buy it. Because too many people do it after and then learn the hard way. So that's like one really important factor. Patience is huge. This isn't a buy a tank at the store, set it up, and then buy fish at the same time. This needs to be like a month in advance, buying the stuff, setting up before you even think about fish or corals. And then also consistency. So the only way you're going to be successful is through just consistency. Any fluctuations can really do damage on corals. They can be very sensitive, although there's a lot of types of corals that are much more prone in forgiveness as far as like beginner mistakes and whatnot. But just being consistent with water changes, whether you're supplementing, all that kind of stuff is very important. And then also